Hey guys, Phil Sherman here. I am going live today to play the RDL All-Star game. Not to be confused with the RDL All-Stars, which plays MLB Legends. But yeah, this is the RDL All-Star game. We wanted to play it with Mark. It was kind of a tradition. We always play it together, do two controllers, play on the same team, and beat the National League. But things just didn't line up for us, and he was going to stream it with me, and then we were just going to play it, and then I don't know. Long story short, I'm just playing it. Hopefully he'll tune in to watch. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Right here is my cell phone, where I have every single stadium ever requested to be seen here in Studio 44. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomly scroll through it while I'm talking to you, and then when I decide to stop, I'll pick a stadium from that user, whatever I'll put their thumb on. I might avoid like a Murph or a Sandman Dan or an Arch or a Sewell, just because I have like a bunch of their stadiums coming up in highlights. So don't take that personal, guys, if I accidentally land on you and decide to change it up. Yeah, this is just, I wanted to pick a fun one. We did the Home Run Derby at Fountains Field, and then I did a ton of renovating on it. I changed a lot of it and started a new one in the middle of changing that one up. And what did I do? I saved the new one over all the renovations I did as soon as I had everything all set to go for the new versions of Fountains Field. So I spent last night trying to redo some of that work while I was watching the Yankees lose a must-win game. So I don't plan on watching another game of the World Series unless it gets to a Game 7. It's just the odds of them losing are so astronomically high, and I've it was such a great league championship series, and I don't know, those teams don't match up to the Dodgers, and I should have known that the Yankees just cannot handle that Dodgers team. They're so stacked, and the Yankees bullpen, the one game they actually had a chance, they were 1 out away from winning game 1, and boom, Freddie Freeman off Nestor. So, yeah, I'm gonna, if enough people get on while I'm still picking the stadium, you guys can help me pick which stadium I watch or play the All-Star game in. But for right now, I'm just gonna scroll up and down. Now, I don't know if you guys saw my community post, but you have to tell me if I'm too old man Sherman on this, if I've turned into old man Sherman. I hated the stupid pregame stuff. Ice Cube was actually kind of cool, but at the same time, the World Series is not the Super Bowl, man. It doesn't have to be. Having those dudes get up there and sing before the game is not going to bring in new people to baseball. They need something different other than that. I don't know what it is, but it certainly isn't Fat Joe getting up there and screaming into the microphone. I haven't seen one positive review on him. It was pretty bad. But, all right, I've rambled enough. I'm going to stop wherever my finger's on. Young Gun 1417 is where my finger stopped. So I'm going to get in here. Actually, you know what? I got to back out. I got to go to the vault because I got to download the stadium. See, I have a couple viewers. I'm about to download a stadium from Young Gun 1417 just because that's where my finger happened to stop in my phone of all the stadiums I ever uploaded. Do I have the name of this video? Oh, okay. I had a Carmen's Dad Stadium on this. I had a Long Ball 31. I had a Stephen K. I had a Braves fan. I had a Schmitty VG. I had a Murph. I had a Sandman Dan. I had an Arch. I had a Texas Eggs. Big Impact. Wow, a lot of All-Stars in this video. Fury Sniper, Larry Lovestein. There's the Young Gun. Philiblu, seems like a while since him. Riverwalk Stadium from XYNX3rd X3330X. Chateau Marmont by Lemur F Baby. Bunch of all-stars there. All right, so hopefully I can search by his username. Some people I can't. Do you guys run into that? I sometimes go to search people's user IDs and can't do it. I know this doesn't matter, but I do have a fan on me, so if that's getting picked up by the mic, please let me know. If enough people are on by the time the game's over, maybe I'll work on Fountains Field, or I can show some of your guys' stadiums, or do Home Run Derby, or whatever. But, yeah, see, I can't. Oh, I forgot the first G. There he is. Oh, I don't know if I want to play a new one. I landed on a good creator. He's got some fun stuff. I remember Sears and Roebuck Field. Brushy Mountain. Is this the prison one? Yep. I remember showing this one too. Union Pacific Field. Is this the Back to the Future one? Wow, he's only got 2 pages of uploads. See, that's part of my problem. My stadiums take years to get good. The ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, I have like 80 pages of just that uploaded because I just keep fixing things on it and changing things on it. I don't know if I am fixing them. I could be making it worse. I think we'll go with Union Pacific Field for the All-Star game. I'm going to change the altitude to 2,500 feet just because that's where we play all of our games at. We like to hit home runs. What can we say? Oh, it's pretty close to 2,500. Take a look at the stadium. An awesome concourse. Maybe we can hit balls in between here to get some wet home runs. Maybe over here. Canoes! Plenty of canoes. Maybe one of those guys will get a Ricky Davis or Steve Stewart home run ball. I like the deck over here, the concourse, with the barrels and the boxes, or crates. I'm sorry, they're crates. And there's the train that comes right through. Fantastic. All right, going to back it up. It's also kind of early. It's 10 to 5. A lot of people are still working, at least on the East Coast. If you're just joining us, I'm playing the RDL All-Star game. We haven't played in weeks, maybe even a month. Because we were going to stream this live together, and then we were just going to play it together, and then just things happen, and, you know, it's life. Oh, I got to save it someplace. Wait, did I not save it? What a dumbass. Can I put it right there? Nope. See, this is why I don't go live much. I like to be able to edit this crap out. But I was throwing some highlights together, and for whatever reason, I wanted to go back to the 21 game. I can't remember why I did. But I went in there and I was messing around in the Stadium Creator tool, and I forgot about some of the stuff that you could do. Like, you could search the vault from the very beginning of the vault in the settings. Like, you hit start or something like that, and it gave you the option to search descending or ascending by date. I'd love to have that kind of stuff back. I think you need to be able to search by the stadium name and the creator to help narrow things down. I think that would also help. Let's look real quick and see if there's anything fun. This is something I think has also been better. If you randomly just cruise the vault, I think you're finding better stadiums now. I think people are just collectively getting better. This is a Murph Stadium. I think. Oh, don't listen to that. You didn't hear that. I have a stadium creator who done it. Or wait, did I already show this one? Maybe I already showed this. Yeah, I think I already showed that one. Okay, but yeah, that's a Murph Stadium. See, I'm so jealous because I run into Murphs. I run into Sewells. I never run into my own stadiums. All right, let's get Young Gun back up here so we can play this game. Use the old school, or the old school looking batters. I used that one myself for the first time finally. All right, let's make sure I save this time. Save changes. Yeah, my heart sank because I set it up to save, and it takes so long that I turned my attention to the computer, and I was watching like a video or something on the thing, and I turn around and I'm at the screen with all my stadiums down there. So I was like, okay, I want to open the new one, or I want to open Fountains. It's coming. Respect the pick. I got to download the stadium I'm playing it in first. I flipped through the phone in case you're coming in late. I flipped the phone, and I was just doing this randomly for a long time. And when I stopped, I picked a stadium from that user. If I would have done it here, it would have been Texas Ags. So this is the stadium I'm going to play the game in. Yes, this is going to be the All-Star game. Mike Gooden's going to start. If you're going to stay on long enough, let me know what you want me to do, when you want me to take him out. I know you probably don't want him to pitch too many innings. Maybe, 2, 3? Are you going to watch? You're not going to watch the game tonight, are you? I'm not. I don't plan on it. Now I can go into franchise mode. Let's start that All-Star game. Nah, what? Oh, you're not going to watch the game tonight. Yeah, me either. Sorry, Texas, we're not playing there. It's not. I mean, a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, you Yankee fans, you're always such haters on the Yankees when they suck," and blah 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 blah. It's just not fun to watch. There's things I'd rather do with through the 3 hours of my life when they have such a small chance of winning. You know, if it gets back to Game 7, then maybe I'm in. Maybe even Game 6. If we get it to Game 6, all right. Ooh, I don't want to show that one yet. That's the new one. Here's Fountains Field. I'm gonna fix this. Ugh, I was so mad at myself. Nope, that's not it. That's not it either. Here it is. Union Pacific Field from Young Gun 1417 is hosting the RDL All-Star game for 2024. A, maybe we'll get in a B season. Usually, if everything goes right, we do 2 seasons per version of the game, right? Yeah, Ohtani hasn't been great. He did hit that triple off the wall. What do you think? Is that the right? Oh, Fendi made the team as it. Steve Stewart's batting 8th? What the hell kind of crap is that? One, two, three non-gamblers or Grizzlies on the team. Yeah, no. We'll put Steve Stewart right there. Put York bat 9th. We'll have... It's a lot of righties. Righties and switch hitters. That's it. No lefties. Let's look at the bench. Ruzicka. Clyde Jennings! This dude made the All-Star team. He's fairly new. Sergio is the backup catcher. Oh, there's our first Muggle. Everyone. Cedric Guerrero made the All-Star game. Batting .258 with 10 home runs? What kind of garbage is that? Ken Zimmerman, he's the only Muggle. He's got 29 home runs, hitting .275. Okay. Oh, Wallace Dobson, he's also a Muggle. Perez is a True Blood. Cullen's a True Blood. By True Blood, I said to Mark one day, I was like, we should have all the guys that we created a name for them, and then call the guys that we didn't make something else, like Muggles and True Bloods, and it just kind of stuck. Cleaver shouldn't be 1. Why not? Madlock has more power. Put Madlock 2. I don't have one, NP. I don't have a date right now. I'm thinking I want to start it maybe a little bit earlier this year. It's not necessarily for just 24. It's the version of the game of 24. I don't want any stadiums that were created in the version of 23. I mean, I can't really hold people to that. I'm kind of going by honor system, but that's kind of how we're rolling. But NP, nice to hear from you, man. I don't think I've seen a live premiere before or a stadium from you, unless I just don't recognize your gamer tag. Oh, Sewell texted me saying he saw him live but can't make it right now. Switch Percy and the guy under him. Okay. The guy under him. You mean Fendi, one of the better players in the league? Well, this is only my second year doing it. Last year I did one, and I started taking guys probably in January or February. So when... we'll probably start talking about it in early December, NP. Have you submitted stadiums before? I'm just not putting NP together with a gamer tag. I'm curious to know if I've shown a stadium of yours before. Tillman 7th. Where do you want Tillman? I can bump him up. I was going to put Jamar 9th because he's smaller. Oh, Pokey Boy! Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll get you... I apologize. I've seen you at live shows before, or live streams. Yeah, we'll start talking about it mid-November, early December, somewhere between that area. Obviously Thanksgiving might throw things off, but now that the World Series and postseason's pretty much over, I think I can spend more time on this. I spent a lot of time, watching the post games and stuff like that. Plus, it was a busy poker stretch. Because we moved our July event to October, so we're playing a little bit closer than we normally do. But, okay. I mean, what do you want? You want Tillman up here, Percy 7? All right, I'll go like this. You should be here playing, dude. It would be so much fun. We always have fun doing this. Everything's still in Texas. Well, I'm home. Scott Hirsch hitting 311 is the leadoff hitter for the National League team. Now, we shouldn't, unless there were trades, we shouldn't see any True Bloods on the American League or the National League team. It's not a good start, Mike. Come on, surgeon. Tony Johnson gunned him. He got him. Tony Johnson's got an arm. Good, solid defender back there. Come on, Steve. Go get it, buddy. Pokey Boy, glad to hear from you, man. Have you been making stadiums? I haven't seen you in a bit. All right. Thanks to Caught Stealing. Look at that backdrop. Those mountains. Fantastic. I try to talk about the stadium when I'm playing. I like the two-tiered deck out in left field, too. Ray Cleavers leading off. Man, these uniforms are atrocious. I did hear that this year they're going back to just home and away uniforms. So American League teams will wear their home or you know what I mean, whichever home team. Purebloods, what did I say? Ricky Madlock is a true pureblood. He's one of the first guys ever create. Oh, I hit for power. Dude, is this really your Ricky Davis league? Your Ricky Davis stance? This is another pure blood. One of the OGs. Oh, that's the crane operating back there. Okay. Got a little bit ahead of that one. Little bit. Dude, you need to play the RDL All-Stars more. It's so fun when, like, Stewart and Davis go back-to-back and shit. How many innings you want on a good one? 3, 2? Trying to hate just because he hits all the home runs. He's got what? Did he end up catching Tillman yet? I know he's blasted him in RBIs. Tillman and Davis in RBIs last I checked. Or is Tillman still leading the league? So you have 4 viewers right now. If you're just joining, we are playing the RDL All-Star game. We're halfway through our first RDL season on MLB The Show 24. We haven't played in weeks, maybe even a month and a half or so. So we finally just got tired of waiting. We wanted to play, so couldn't get together. So here I am playing it. Goodness, cruising now. This is his last inning. Brett Howe's warming up. Look at this batting stance. Terrible. Tough play for Cleavers. A little above average speed, but Cleavers is able to throw him out. Here's the man, the myth, the legend, Steve Stewart. I finally hit home runs with him live last time I played a game live. I have lots of highlights of him hitting home runs, but never live. I think it was it Mario or somebody else who became a fan of Jerome Brains. He just missed a grand slam, and I was bashing him because he didn't show the power that he often has. Not waiting long enough. It's been a while since I played a game. I may have played a RDL All-Star game or two. Stewart fights one off and hits it fair down the right field line. Wooden fence. You don't see the wooden fence very much in this game. I like it. It fits the stadium perfectly. Terrence Fendy, straight out of bases loaded. Oh, he had a pitch to rip, and he blew it. I always blame the guys I'm using. Warning track, power. Here's Leroy Tillman. Huge first baseman from the Sitka Grizzlies. This dude's like 8'3". He's what, second gen OG? Nice layoff there, Leroy. Smidge inside. There, I saw a guy on my lunch break today bashing the umpires from last night's game, and why that's hardly the reason the Yankees lost. I loved what he said. It's basically the same thing I've been preaching forever. Baseball hitting is hard enough as it is without the umpire taking the bat out of your hand by making a bad call. What was it, the 7th inning? 2 men on for Gleyber Torres. Uh-oh. Did Tillman just get enough of that one? Oh! But the pitch was up at his neck. Umpire, oh, strike 3. Terrible. And then there was another one they showed against the Yankees that went there, or I guess it was helping the Dodgers. No, it helped the Yankees. Bases loaded, and dude was up, and I think, was Clark Schmidt still in the game? Threw a pitch maybe 4 or 5 inches outside, and they called it strike. And then like 2 pitches later, he ended up getting out when it should have been ball 4 and giving the Dodgers a run. Oh, shit, sorry. Gooden's supposed to come out. But yeah, I don't think we need to go robo-ump. The 2 systems they've been trying out are the umpire has a iPhone in his pocket and an earpiece, and it tells him if it's a ball or a strike. And when he knows, he relays the message to everybody, you know, like an umpire would normally do. And then the second version, so that version is pretty much full robo-ump. The second version is in the minors. I don't know how many of you have been to a minor league game, but it's kind of fun. You get a certain amount of challenges per game, just like you would a regular replay. The pitcher, the catcher, and the hitter all have the right to tap their head and dispute the call. It happens in seconds, not like, you know, going to New York and, you know, waiting for it to hear from them and all that shit. But it happens in seconds. They show it on the replay, just like they would, you know, using the analytical stuff that they do, you know, the StatCast, all that crap. And it shows you right there if it was a ball or a strike. And then they change the call. And then if you won the challenge, you get to keep the challenge. If you lost, you lose the challenge. You get a little bit more. Stephen K., what's up, buddy? I just showed your stadium in the last video, right? As you see Tony Johnson dunk one in, he's a little too slow to stretch that into a double. So I hope that the challenge system comes because it's kind of fun. It makes the game a little bit more, fun when you're like, oh, is it really a strike? Is it really a strike? Oh yeah, it's a strike. Woo! And then you strike 3 and the guy's out. Or if it's ball 4, it's like, okay, great, he's not out. So I really hope that they implement that into the big league soon. They say it's not ready, whatever that means, for the 25 season. Hopefully 26. Ray Cleavers pops one up. The Canoes are watching through the holes in the fence. Fantastic. The windows. It's amazing. I did like it, Steven. It was a lot cleaner, a lot more creative. I liked the deck and all the water surrounding the outfield. It's good stuff, man. As Ricky Davis pops out to end the inning. Ray Cleavers has been busy over there at short. Antonio Hernandez. Anytime I see Hernandez, I have to say it like Will Ferrell in that SNL bit. Hernandez. We sit in our hot tubs and make love. Craig Watson. So, yeah, these guys that we're playing, all the guys in the National League, are all muggles. They're not guys that we created. They're not people that we inherited or borrowed or stole from other leagues or users to put in the Ricky Davis League. They're all people that were either simmed and made into a roster, a fictional roster. Oh, that was Madlock who made the last out. This is Ricky Davis. But they were either simmed and created for a roster, which I think most people do, or they were created by someone else who made an entirely fictional roster. Oh, what am I swinging at? I saw the canoes, buddy. Where there's water, there must be canoes. Because canoes belong in baseball stadiums. Oh, he biffed it. Here's Terrence Fendy, who hit one to the warning track his last time up. All-Star games can be boring in this game because you're facing all the better pitchers. And when you're playing RDL All-Stars against MLB legends, it's also tough in the majors because even though we have our best guys, we're facing all Hall of Famers. And I think the roster that I downloaded for this one is a little OP'd. Like, everybody is a 99. I'm sorry. Just because you're a Hall of Famer doesn't mean you're a 99. Ellis Rowe, we'll give him an inning or two. Is this House first or second? It says good pitch 1 and 2. I'll pitch 3 and 4. Oh, so this is his third. I'm not paying enough attention. I'm babbling, talking to everybody. You got to get Rowe up. He's having a better year than Bertuccius. He's up. David Malone. Stewart got a late jump. I remember that steamboat out there, too. People watching the game from that. Yeah, this is a fun concept. I remember this one. Ricky Davis. Gene? What the hell baseball players are named Gene? I know there's Gene Tenet. Stewart doesn't run like Stanton. Fuji and Diablo run like Stanton. My dear Lord. That was uncomfortable to watch. I mean, I know there was 2 outs, but still. It would make sense. People might like the idea, you know, if they think he can stay healthy and produce that well in the postseason, someone might actually, you know, pay for him. I did learn what being OP is. I'm not a big video gamer. I'm really not. I can't wait for Grand Theft Auto 6, though. I'll tell you that much. Ugh, as Percy Keeney grounds out into a double play. I cannot wait for GTA 6. And the Switch 2's rumored to be coming out at the around March, April, around Easter. Hopefully a Mario Maker 3 comes with it. I'll definitely stream some Mario Maker, and I'll stream some GTA 6, too. Tony Johnson's 1 for 1 today. 2 for 2. He's a batting average guy. Shouldn't be surprised if he ever wins the batting title. Very Tony Gwynn-esque. Not a whole lot of power, but he does hit him out. And a good year, he can maybe get to 30. Here's Jamar York. Lines went in the center, but right at the center fielder. There's another Gene Larkin. Happens to be my father's name, too. Mark, in my last video, one of the stadiums I showcased was in Branson, Missouri. So, of course, I thought of Bickford. And I showed a video of Bickford. Oh, shit. I still got Howe in this game. Okay. Let's get Rowe up. See, this isn't how I remember Rowe. I always thought of Rowe very, like, compact. Like, feet together, hands close to the chest or face. I agree. The bullpen is just not strong enough. And I think the starting pitchers overperformed early on. I mean, the Yankees were their best this season without Garrett Cole. And that's because oh, look at Leroy Tillman, who is not known for his defense. Did he catch it? Oh, he must have caught it. I don't know if he could have gotten 2 anyway. No, it bounced. So why did it take him so long to throw the ball? I don't know how much chance they would have had to turn 2 anyway. I would say Tony Johnson. I mean, you probably hit more home runs with Ricky Madlock, though. I'm sure I've gotten the 30-35 with Tony Johnson before, though. On Hardball or Hardball 3, remember that? was surprised. I was looking through some of those old hardball games, and I was trying to find like highlights from those games, and I was surprised. I think there was hardballs on versions of the game that we didn't realize. The hardball was one of the first ones where we could have a fictional roster to trade our guys with. That's where Teddy Higgins and Barry Norton came from. Ray Cleavers dunks a little single in there, and he's about to take that bag. Hey, there's Sewell. What's up, buddy? Playing the RDL All-Star game. I randomly flipped through my phone of all the stadiums I showcased so far here in Studio 44. I randomly stopped scrolling, and I landed on Young Gun 1416 stadium, and then I just picked one from his vault to play. Yeah. Is he starting tonight? I don't even care. I'm not watching. All right, so Ricky Davis is up. We got 3 and 4 coming up with a man in scoring position. We got to get this done here. Stroman, I mean, they got him pretty cheap. It's only for 2 years. He was pretty good in the regular season until like the last 8th. Maillock hit 50 home runs. Dude, I don't care if they do, Sewell. I'm not watching the game. I'm not watching. It's no fun to know when they don't have a prayer. Fiserv. Here we go. Now we're cooking. Now we got some familiar faces in here. Oh, God damn it. Now here's where Phil's mouth comes in. Man, what a low-scoring, boring All-Star game. We'll get Urizari in there. Did I just see he was right-handed? Yeah, it's not fun. I don't think we've ever seen the Yankees get swept in the World Series, have we, Mark? But hey, it was a fun ride. It's been 15 years since they made it to the World Series. The American League Championship Series was exciting. But, I mean, I was worried about facing both teams after, they beat Cleveland in 5 games, right? But most of them weren't easy. Like, none of the wins in Cleveland were easy. So, you got to imagine if they have a tough time with Cleveland, they're not going to be able to beat the Mets or the Dodgers. The Mets especially had their way with the Yankees in the regular season, even though they're by far the inferior team to the Dodgers. But that freaking Dodger lineup is nasty. And the Yankees at times, there's times I feel like you give me a baseball and I can strike out the whole freaking lineup. Yeah, it probably is. It might be time for Boone to go. I thought it was going to be a World Series for the ages too, Sewell. It started off that way. I mean, it was back and forth in that first game, and the Yankees were down to 1 out. From winning game 1. Cashman says he tried. I heard rumors that he was trying to trade Spencer Jones or their best pitcher, and there weren't takers. Oh, man. Yeah, last night was terrible. I was trying to refix Fountains Field for the most part. But when my wife gets home, we'll probably put on the Penguin. We're 2 episodes in, and so far it's pretty good. Colin Farrell's amazing. You can't even tell it's him. I mean, I know makeup has a lot to do with that, but the accent, the walk, fantastic. Frankie! Hey! Dude, we've been wondering where you been. Are you all right? It's good to hear from you. Game one, you had the Stanton home run, and Cole was nasty. All that stuff was blown because I think Boone made a poor decision. Why the hell wouldn't you go with Tim Hill? Shit, I should be switching some of these guys. Yeah, Freddie Freeman's hit a home run in all 3 games now. What a dick. He actually seems like one of the nicest guys in the world. I like Soto. I could go either way. If they sign him, great. If not, I don't think I'll miss him that much. There's been a lot of problems with his defense. They've caused a lot of issues. I think I remember not just, the one game where first of all, it took him forever to get rid of the ball with the ball off the wall. Now, I know it's kind of weird, how it jolted back at him off the Ohtani double, but I feel like that should have been held to a single. And then the angle he took for the one triple. I don't know, Sewell. I think it's too early for that. I think he's too injury prone for that to be called the best player of all time. I don't think he'll pitch much more. He just keeps running into arm problems. They put Ohtani in the finalists for Gold Glove. He DH'd all year. The bottom of the order has been a problem for the Yankees for a long time. That's another issue. Even though Volpe has had a decent postseason, Jazz, I think they left the catcher. Why is his name slipping me now? Austin Wells. They left him in the 4 spot too long. All right, here we go. Oh, there's 2 outs though. Oh, Soto. I was about to say. Yeah, Soto. I mean, he's got an arm. He's thrown out some people, but look at Tony Johnson. Oh! Fucker! Dexter Heron. John Brayman, he's a muggle. Ryan Lowry. I'm Mike Lowry. Martin Lawrence is so funny. I wouldn't call him a GOAT, but I think he's the true hit king. I think if Ichiro played his entire career in the bigs, he would have destroyed Pete Rose's record. He would have annihilated it because he kept himself in good shape. He lasted quite a while, and he was able to get to 3,000 hits despite, all those years in Japan he played. I don't have a doubt in my mind that he would have beat Pete Rose. He hurt his left shoulder. What was sarcasm? Yeah, I mean, Volpe or Rizzo had a hit last night, right? I mean, it's pressure. It's new, Volpe and Wells, Jazz, all those guys that never played in the World Series before. I should probably do some substituting. Mark Marcus. He's a big bases loaded guy. Well, I guess I'm going to leave him in. I think that Clyde Jennings could play center field, right? Yeah, we'll put him there. I'm too busy watching the screen and not paying attention to the game. We'll get Marcus in there. DJ Jackson made it too? DJ Jackson went into the All-Star break hot. He was hitting home runs all over the frickin' place. Wallace Dobson's going to get a few innings at short. Kenny can play some DH. I very much dislike Rose. Very, very much. All the stories I've heard about him, he just seems like such an asshole. And he ruined a guy's... he's Charlie Hustle. Oh, he ruined a guy's career in the All-Star game. Come on. He just seems like such a prick. But I still think Ichiro would have done it. I mean, he had more hits, right? Didn't he have more hits or come closer? He hit 4,000 hits or something like that between Japan and the U.S. If he would have played his whole season in the U.S. I mean, is it that important to win the freaking All-Star game? You got to go slamming into dudes? I know it was a different game back then. They kept showing replays of the dude taking out Willie Randolph all through the postseason because it was Yankees-Royals in the first round there. Get down, ball. Here's Ricky Medlock. I think maybe I'll take that bag, then pinch run for him. Ray Fosse, yep, okay. I became an Ichiro fan, Sewell, when the Yankees got him. It was kind of like the Ohtani thing. I disliked him because all the attention he got, and he was against the Mariners, and in 2001 the Mariners beat the Yankees single season record and stuff like that. So when he finally came over to the Yankees and I went to Yankee Stadium, I watched him in batting practice, and he was so fun to watch in the field. He was like waiting for the ball right before it came to him, and he'd turn around and catch it backwards and do all this crazy stuff. And I remember this one play in right field. He made it look like it was going over his head for a home run, so the runners would run, and then he'd catch it because he fucking faked him out. So the guy had to get back to second once he saw Ichiro catch it and couldn't tag. It was fantastic. There you go, Mark. Ricky Davis got the first RBI. I know who you think it is, Sewell. You've told me. I was going to send you a video, too, because... I was going to send you a video because I know you think he's overrated, but go ahead. Tell Mark who you think the most overrated player is of all time. Mark will tell you why. Yep, you got it, Mark. Third baseman Ken Zimmerman. What's his speed like? 56? And let's get a faster guy in there. Mariano Perez. There you go. All right, Steve. Come on now, buddy. In the 8th. Let's do it. Towards the very end of his career, liability. If you even want to call him a liability. Stewart goes down swinging. That's a crazy windup. Let's get Murray going. Substitution. Let's get Tony Johnson out of there. Sergio. Who else? Can Zimmerman play anywhere else? Nope, only first. All right, looks like he's staying there. DJ will play for you, Steve. I don't have any other outfielders. All right, that's how it's got to be, I guess. I like this guy's stance. Not so much when you're hitting, though. Well, let's not forget that he hit over 300 for his career, and he had more hits than any other Yankee Yankee. And you're talking about Ruth, Gehrig, fucking DiMaggio, Mantle. Nick Kenny. Here's a guy who can get some balls into those seats out there. Ugh. Mark Marcus. Just like Phil Phillips from American Idol. Probably should have played a couple warm-up games, RDL Legends, before I played the All-Star game. I'm rusty. It's been a while. Clyde Jennings. I don't know much about him. This is Mark's guy. I've never heard of baseball. Doesn't exist. Oh, that's the game. All right. What do we want? You want to help me out with Fountains Field? See what I did? Oh, Stewart had a hit. That's good. Ricky Davis had the only RBI. Couple stolen bases from some base stealers. Ellis Rowe got the loss. Giving up both earned runs. Murray didn't even get in the game. All right, Mark. I'll upload this. You'll be able to play now. Get this going. Get this back up and running. Tell you what, I'll just play my next game. Let me see the calendar. Mark's playing in the Brooklyn Bomb Squad's home. I will be playing Chicago at the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. So if I'll play, he'll be able to play too. So I'll do that right now real quick. I'll fast forward my pitching, make it quick. We have a tradition, Sewell. We usually play it together against the teams because our guys are on the same team. Because we're both in the American League. We're both in the same league. Auto utilize. So I'm all set up. Might as well play this. It's in my home stadium, so I don't have to download a stadium. What do we want? The futuristic or the current ballpark at the Moonshot Casino? So we're both playing full high-profile teams. Team's full of true bloods. You want this one or the future? Oh, I can do that. Let's do that. Do I still have it? I thought I still had it. Yep, there it is. Okay, I'll do that. Playing Murph's version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. I do have highlights from here, too. I saved games here. Troy Stockton. All right, I got to circle back out. I don't care. I guess I'll just freaking play with Stockton. I'm glad I didn't delete that. That's a good idea. Yeah, it's I don't know how you guys do it so fast. I end up changing stuff completely and then going back and fixing stuff, and it takes me forever to kind of make things clean, and I have so much trouble closing stadiums off. It's my least favorite thing. I always end up using the same freaking building. Leading off with a bunt. Get out of here, Eduardo. Who the f is this guy? Oh, everything's made out of wood. The wood home run fences. Such a cool idea. Freaking Murph. Terrence Fendy, who we just saw in the All-Star game. Oh, I went with pinstripes for both pants and tops. Ugh, I don't know if I like it. Damian Bell getting some action over there to start the game. Ray Cleaver's he got put the old school, scoreboard up there. I swing it too many pitches. I think that's a lot of people's problem. People are anxious to get out there and play. They don't want to sit and look at pitches. And he covered a lot of the cement of the luxury seats with wood and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Oh, boy. Steve Stewart against the lefty. And the hotel in right center field. That's such a cool look. High drive, deep in the center. Back goes Tompkins, and this ball is gonzo. Steve Stewart's first at-bat of the second half of the season is a deep blast high up on the Hall of Fame batter's eye in center field. And the very next pitch from Percy Caney is driven long gone out to right field. That's a little bit more fun to watch than all the crap that was happening in that All-Star game, huh? Sherman Mosby, this guy can hit off lefties pretty well, too. This guy's fun. I love the stance. I love how he cocks his foot way high like that. Anthony, hello, sir. I went back to back the first game of the season streaming live with Carlos Padilla and Porfirio Betamit. And now neither one of them are on my team. Menendez can't make the diving play. Thanks for stopping in, Anthony. Damian Bell, I'm looking to deal him. He's solid, but I don't know. He's batting second right now, and I don't love him as my second hitter. I got to the point where it's like, all right, I don't want to trade Jerome Raines, but I wanted Sherman Mosby. And it's like, well, if I keep Jerome Raines, it really doesn't make sense to get Mosby because I don't have a spot for him in the outfield. Oh, and he gets plunked. Akio is not having a good start. 2 outs in the first inning, and we're already 2 runs in, and this ball's driven deep and gone. Ruben Amaya, lefty on lefty. Certainly not known for his bat against left-handed pitching. Did it make it on the roof? Nope. About 3 rows deep over that high wall in right field. Marty Stewart, Steve Stewart's younger brother, the backup catcher. He usually gets the starts against lefties. Who the hell is... Oh, Cage Pulsifer. This guy, I think he's from Bacon's fictional roster. That's something that went around for a while. I don't know if he still makes it. I tried to do a search for it. I don't know if it's still there. But Nick Kenny, we just saw him in the All-Star game also. We discovered him a few years back. Kind of got that Jeff Bagwell type crouch stance. And cocks his bat. Or kind of moves it back and forth like that. However you want to describe it. He's a good hitter. Good all around with batting average and power. Anthony, he's familiar. Have we seen Anthony around before? In premieres or anything? Stadium requests? Oh, Nick Kenny thought that was ball 4. Instead, it was strike 3. Here's Peter Murillo, another good all-around hitter. Power, batting average, switch hitter. This guy owns me. This guy freaking hits home runs off me all the time. I don't like the gray cleats with the gray pants. Got to go black. 5-0. I got DJ hitting behind Ruben Amaya? That doesn't seem right. Oh, man. Does he have the stadium set at max elevation or something? I'm freaking hitting home runs all over the place here. That one made it onto the roof. And like I said, DJ Jackson went into the All-Star break smoking hot. In case you're joining us late, we just played the RDL All-Star game. Now I'm playing my first game after the All-Star break, and I've already hit 4 home runs with now 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Steve Stewart, Percy Caney went back-to-back, then Ruben Amaya, and most recently DJ Jackson. And now here is Willie Reynolds, who just dipped under 400 for the first time right before the All-Star break. Hits a double into the gap. I wanted to play my other game since I already got it set up, and I want to upload it for Mark so he can play tomorrow morning. Steve Stewart, second of the game. Holy shit. Up into that luxury box up in right field. I think he's still behind Leroy Tillman. He just hit for the cycle in Arches Stadium. 408, the opposite field into that luxury box. Man. They've already taken out the starter. This is Benji Maldonado. This is my old third pitcher. I'll have to check the altitude of this. I should delete it. I shouldn't be playing games here. I should be playing in versions of mine. Although he said he didn't mess with... Oh, my goodness. This is like the Dodgers off the Yankees right now. Freaking knocking the ball out all over the place. Sherman Mosby. I love his swings. I love his no doubt. Sherman Mosby I always pictured kind of flashy. Little Juan Soto, cocky. Not nearly as good as Juan Soto, but there's that Sherman Mosby hit. Fling of the bat. Throws them hands up. That ball gone. Sherman Mosby's my dude. But after this game, I'm going to start simming, especially now that I'm up by 9 runs. Chris Taylor, he's really good, though. He was my third baseman for a while, but I was having too good a season with him, and he's supposed to be a secondary guy, so I traded him. We try not to OP our teams too much. All right, they get on the board. Ruben Amaya. After this, I think I'll bust out Fountains Field. You guys can help me fix that a little bit. Or I can take a look at some of your stadiums. That's another thing we can do. Benji Maldonado. This guy's a starter. Why are they bringing him in? And I had a home game, so I was asking the guys in the stream, do you want me to play in the futuristic version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino or the current? And Sewell said, hey, do you still have Murph's? Playing Murph's version of it. So here it is. I still do have it. So fun. Such a cool idea. Murph pisses me off sometimes. With this perfect stadiums. Whoops. Nope. I didn't mean to do that. Ah. Did I just sim Stewart's at bat? Yep. But I do have a video recorded showcasing stadiums and highlights in them. A lot from Murph, a lot from Sam and Dan, a couple from Sewell, a lot from... Maybe not a lot, but... I think a couple from Arch. One from Bo Tiger. Bo Tiger, he's streaky. I feel like we haven't seen one from him in a while either. Damian Bell put the drive into one into right center. Marlon Tompkins dives but can't make the play. That could be an easy triple for the speedy Damian Bell. Ruben Amaya, who already has a home run in this game. I think it was a 3-run shot off a lefty. I like how my home uniforms turned out in this version. I wish they'd give us alternate jerseys. They got to give us alternate jerseys. Or, even better yet, I've said it before, make an option to edit your uniforms mid-franchise. Because if you could do that, you could do unlimited jerseys. I can change Ruben Amaya completely. I can change his name, make him right-handed, totally cut his hair, turn him from a catcher to a center fielder. But I can't change what my uniforms look like mid-season. I can change what my home stadium is for the rest of the season. But I can't change my uniforms. Chicago's clawing their way back. They got a lot of power. They got a very good lineup. Emerson Spears now pitching. Peter Murillo, kind of Chipper Jones. Plays out left field and third base, switch hitter with power, decent batting average guy. DJ Jackson, who hit a home run his last time up, grounds out to second. And they're 2 away for the leadoff man. I got DJ Jackson batting ninth? What the hell is going on? Ray Cleavers dunks one in for a base hit. Now, I'm only up 4. This isn't a dick move to swipe this bag, is it? Michael Kay always tells a story about how the Yankees... he had that bag stolen. Uh-oh, Steve Stewart already has 2 home runs tonight. But he tells a story about how Sparky Anderson got mad at the Yankees. They were beating the Tigers, I think, by 6 runs. There it is, number 3. Oppo back up into the luxury suites. But he's playing the Tigers. The Yankees are up 6 and someone stole a base. And he threw some kind of fit, you know. And then the Tigers ended up coming back and winning. You just got to play the game, man. Like, wasn't there recent controversy? Was it Fernanda Tatis? Didn't he, like, go for, like, a cycle or hit a home run or something like that? And someone gave him grief about it. It's like, come on, man. I got to see if Stewart can get up again and try to hit 4 home runs. Did I sim a whole freaking inning? I don't think so. Okay. Can start subbing guys out here, too. I'm up 6 now in the 7th. Sherman Mosby has one of those home runs today. He's 2 for 3. He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here. The pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Oh, what the hell am I swinging at? Now the third baseman, Damian Bell, 1 for 2. In right center with, I don't know if that's a disappearing prop or what, but right there where where my thingy is. What is it? What is the thing called? Is this it? The PCI anchored thing? That the parentheses right there where there's like a gap and you can see fans go past those windows. That looks like a sliding glass door. Like a closet sliding door. I think they need to close it and keep those fans out. Ruben Amaya also has a home run in this ball game. I don't think I have any more stadiums that I care to fix that had anomalies in them. The one that I did, I don't know that I would want to bother with it because it's so deep, and I gave it really quirky dimensions on purpose because I wanted to take advantage of anomalies. And I'm pretty sure that all of them wouldn't work. Maybe a couple in center field. PCI, there you go. Anthony, you're still here. Have I seen stadiums from you? Your little emoji circle thing there looks familiar. Your Oh, my goodness. I can't stop hitting home runs. I got to Oh, he hit it off the hit it here wagon. I might have to edit out the All-Star game and just show this. Yep, hit it off the wagon. That was another great idea to use because I normally have a rover out there. Cleavers, Bell, Stewart, and Reynolds. The only 4 guys not to hit a home run. 2 guys have hit more than 2. One of them hit 3. It's a lot of home runs. All right, bottom of the 8th. I need to get at least one person on and no double play for Stewart to get a crack at 4. He's already hit 3 home runs once in this season. I got 2 good batting average guys up after DJ Jackson. And they're both pretty speedy, too. Although if one of them gets on, I'll probably pinch run for him, especially Cleavers. Save his energy, even though they just got through the All-Star break. Probably should have pinch hit for him for Don Scott. Oh, am I swinging that? All right, Ray, come on, buddy. Get on. Ray, Cleavers, or Willie Reynolds has to get on. No! It's all up to you, Willie. Come on, Willie. Willie Reynolds. How awesome it would be to hit 4 home runs in a live stream with Steve Stewart. Stay fair. Go back fair. No? Damn it. Unless it's going to get off the wall. Damn. Stewart doesn't get another at-bat to go for 4. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this is a good place for him. People, such awesome creators are so, kind enough to send me stadiums and have them showcased here. So, yeah, between here and Sewell and, Harrison Sawyer, I don't know if he's ever going to get back into it. Who's the other guy? DCU Scope. He's another guy who shows a lot of other people's stadiums. So, yeah, you're going to find some good stadiums. I kind of like to think of this as I show them so you guys don't have to dig through the vault to find them. Even though, as I said earlier, I think it's easier to find cool stadiums in the vault now. Just going through. Mark Stevens, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. You just missed a home run fence. Holy crap. Let's see. Oh, I was going to go to the end of the game. I probably should have subbed some guys out, but oh well. It was the All-Star break. We'll see some highlight. This is where you're starting with Amaya's first home run? You don't want to show Stewart's first of 3, maybe? Here's DJ Jackson's monster shot. Hitting it up on the roof of those seats in right center field. No, Anthony, it's one I found in the vault. I do have it on my page. I think it's like a real team's. There's one of Steve Stewart's home runs. Oh, you're late. That's one of Sherman Mosby's. I'm watching the computer screen now. Yeah, I wish it was. I like it the best out of the LVs I've seen so far. I wish it was mine, but I think it's like some I don't know if it's a college team or what, but I'm finding that most logos in the vault are, some team that just doesn't exist in the MLB and people have made it up. So, yeah, it is in my vault though. If you search Peebs 212344, I maybe changed the color or added an outline or something like that. Let's look at the box score. What's up, buddy? Do you got to go potty? Look at all those freaking home runs. Steve Stewart hit 3 home runs. He's got 44 home runs. This is like freaking baseball stars or Super Baseball Simulator 1000. He's got 44 home runs after the first game back from the All-Star break. Dude's going to hit 80 home runs. Percy Caney's got 32. And we didn't even mess with the sliders. Normally we have to boost the sliders a little bit to hit more home runs, but we didn't do that this year. Murph! Ah, man, I just played in your stadium. Did you make it max altitude? The old school Moonshot Casino one? Yeah, Arch is incredible, Anthony. Incredible. His rebuilds. Yeah, I really like it, Anthony. To the point where Dodger Blue, who makes amazing logos, made me one, and I really liked it. But it's like I can't let go of that one, even though I know it's got to be from something else. Oh, okay, great. Then I don't feel as bad hitting all those home runs. Because look at this. Look at this box score. I just hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 home runs in this game. And I think 4 of them, maybe 3 of them, were in the first inning alone. Steve Stewart hit 3. Steve Stewart has 130 RBIs. That's how many. I think Mattingly had 135 RBIs in 1985. The year he won the MVP. But yeah, we just played in that stadium singing its praises because I just played the All-Star game, the RDL All-Star game for the season that Mark and I are playing right now. And I picked Young Gun Stadium. Oh, Murph. Why you got to do that to me, buddy? It does look like I was playing the Yankees. Let's face it. The Yankees don't look very good right now. They just get in these streaks, and I've said it before on this channel like 2 or 3 times. They look on they're like hungover. Like they don't look like they have any energy. They don't have any will to win. They just want to get out there, get the game over with, and go home. They hardly have any hustle. It just looks ridiculous. Here, you know what? I can show some highlights because I'm still here. My favorite one was the Jackson home run. There it is. Something like, what is it? What's the stadium called? Like the Moonshot Saloon or something like that? Piat! He knew it. Flipped that bat, and it goes up on the roof of those seats out there in right center field. Yep, those guys wanted to catch it, but it went up on the roof. About 3 little pillars in. Let's follow the ball. Look at this. All this he had to turn into old school looking stuff. Use the clubhouse and some building with an older brown roof. Everything is just brown, tan. So good. So fun. He changed the letters from the ones that light up or they blue. I think a lot of places they don't let me put the light up letters here because it's too close to the batter's eye. Yeah, then he turned the Hit It Here Rovers into Hit It Here Wagons. Such a cool idea. Change all the facing to wood. Excellent. Then this looks like an old farmhouse to change the building. This was just all windows. That's where the casino is. It's got the old school signs up there now. Old school scoreboards. So fun. But here's where the DJ Jackson home run landed. Oh, almost into those hotel balconies. Oh, you got some people floating up there. That could be some memory if you delete those guys. I don't know if right here where the ball is, that's where I was trying to point out before. I don't know if that was deleted or what. Oh, you know what it is? This window or the roof hangs over too much. So if you close that up, the part of the roof of that building will leak into the batter's eye, and they won't let you do that. Let's see if I can get to the Maya home run, because check out where Amaya's home run hit. Here it is. This is his second home run. Right off the Hit It Here wagon. Fantastic. I think we play veteran. Listen, Anthony, we're amateurs at this game. And we're old school. We've been playing this game since like 07, 08. And it was so hard to play when we first started. So we used to have to adjust the sliders a lot to hit more home runs and solid hits and stuff like that. So I think we usually do veterans. Does that show in here someplace? I can check later. No, I don't want that. I do have to feed my dog here soon, guys. Oh, no, Murph. Are you going to get a regular one, or are you going to get the new one? Isn't there like a new like supercharged PS5? Let's see. Yeah, he never pulled a home run in this game. He ended up hitting his into the clubhouse here. And who's this? Ruben Amaya's. Oh, I want to look at Sherman Mosby's. His are always fun. He's got such a cool looking swing. Off the facing, is that where it went to? I ended up bringing a lot of the upper deck and stuff in because I just wasn't hitting balls up there. I didn't realize how far back it was. So I was hitting balls onto the concourse and into the lazy river and stuff like that, but I want to hit some into the second deck and up on these balconies and stuff. So I pulled everything in a little bit to make it easier. All right. So if anybody has a stadium to check out, maybe we can do that. I was going to jump into Fountains Field, show you the changes real quick. Make sure I save this game. Steve Stewart is trying to claw back into the home run lead for the season. Last I knew, he was like 3 or 4 behind. Oh, Willie Reynolds. He was at 400. Now he's down to 389. Oh, he's only 1 behind Tillman now. He's got a good, healthy lead in RBIs. Oh, man, that sucks too. Darrell, what's up? Yeah, it was really annoying. I was working on a new stadium. Let me upload this. For Mark. I was uploading. I've been working on a new stadium and fixing the Fountains Field at the same time. And I looked away from the screen, and after I said save it. So when I came back to the screen, it was at the stadium menu, where you want to pick to save it. And I thought I was just opening a stadium, and I picked the Fountains Field that I was working on. So let me find. Look at all these Murph stadiums I have here. This is one of my favorites of yours, Murph. I think I showcased it, but I got some highlights in this stadium. This is one of my favorites of yours. All black and red. I never would have thought to use those twin tower buildings as windows. And they work perfectly where those seats are. That concourse up in left center field, just to the left of the batter's eye, and that shelved seating in right center field. Is there a term for that? Minneapolis Skyway Dome revised. I got a lot of highlights playing the Sky Sox in here. Here it is, Moonshot Gambling Saloon and Ballpark I just played in. Dublin's, I think either me or Mark plays these guys soon. That's why I have this one. Admiralty Field. This is the one I built for the dude. Murph. This is another Murph Stadium. Mark's home stadium that he picked. Rebellion Stadium. This is an Archmage one. I just finished, I think, right before the All-Star game. I was in here. Steve Stewart hit for the cycle, and something else special happened in this game. London Eye. This is another Murph. You made me so many RDL stadiums. Waterfront. I don't remember whose this is. I don't know if I played any games here either. I don't remember if I downloaded it to showcase it or if I found it in the vault or what, but the thumbnail looks great. Aloha Stadium. This is the one that Dan created, and then I tinkered with, and then he tinkered back. Steve Stewart hit 3 home runs in this field. In Union Pacific, I just downloaded this one to play the All-Star game in. Greenmount. Let's go look. Did I ever show it? Yeah, definitely Pfizer. I will. I did just record it though too. So yeah, I've done it before. We showed it, in a live stream, and then again. Aztec. Well, that's kind of cool. Reverse Polo Grounds. I haven't seen anyone pull that off yet. Make a cool one like that. Oh, hey, look at this one. Costco headquarters park. Huggy Bear. Oh, this is a cool looking one. Oh, this is another. This is a Huggy Bear remix. Right? I recognize that left center field. Huggy Bear did a version like that. I like the hill in right field above. That looks like the old school style before we had the prop. All right. Yeah, I'll bust it out, Pfizer. Yes, I'll do that next. And like I said, I did record it too, so you'll see it there too. All right, let's see the name of this one again. Green Mount. I loved your Las Vegas one, Big Impact, or Durrell. There it is. Is this the one? This one's ugly to you? Dude, this is like a quick glance. This is like my favorite of yours so far. Love the concourse on top of the luxury suite or the batter's eye. Escalator going on either side. Escalator going down. I love this little area back here with the scoreboard. Super fun. I love your chaotic concourses. Always so much. Oh, people are right in the fountain. Love it. You got the steps, the escalators to get you out. Awesome, dude. Are you kidding? I freaking love this one. You can almost hit balls probably in home run deck or home run derby. You probably hit one right off here. I never showed this one. The hill in left field bugs you. This right here. Oh, that's easy enough to fix. Change these to the one that slope. If I can find it. There you go. I do a lot of hills. Whoops, I didn't mean to delete that one. Sorry. Oh, no, now it's telling me I don't have enough memory. Isn't that weird how that is sometimes? It happened to the older games a lot. I didn't notice it happening as much in this one. But if you would delete something, yeah, you just spin those around and do like that, and it'll be fine. Dude, put this in for a request. I want to show you this one again. I don't want to forget to show it. Dude, this is one of my favorites of yours. I love it. I like the high wall with the retired numbers. Pretty standard. Around and behind. Can you go in one of these things? I think I did this in the last video, didn't I? Yeah, there's nothing in there. How about in a concession stand? Tell me that doesn't look overwhelming. Listen, I'll get all your orders as soon as I can. Right now, the fryer is down. I repeat, the fryer is down. If you just give me your order and step off to the right, we'll start your orders as soon as it's back up. Pops. Yeah, I like it, dude. I can't really stamp right now. The next video I did the mix and match. So I think there's 15 stadiums, and I'm going to put all the people who made a stadium. Some of them uploaded more than one in that video. Some of them won't have uploaded any. That's just to throw you guys off. I never put it in for showcase. That hell. Yeah, dude, submit it for me, would you? So I can remember to show it. And like, because I get worried that these streaming videos, like, where am I at? Am I at like what, 2.5 hours right now? Let me see. Where does it show how long I've been on? Oh, there it is. 2 hours, almost 2 hours. I'm worried that a 2-hour video, people, they'll see them losing 2-1 in the All-Star game, and they'll be like, I don't want to watch this anymore. This guy sucks, and they won't get to this part. So I want to make sure people see this one. So send it my way. I had someone asking me today. It was a Pokey Boy. Pokey Boy was on early, asking me about Stadium of the Year. He wanted to know when I'm going to start submissions. I'm thinking maybe December. Start sending them my way. Start thinking about the ones you want. I want to start earlier because I don't want to leak into the 25 version of the game like we did last year. I think it hurt some of my views because I was still focusing on the contest from the last version of the game while new stadiums were coming out. So I think it hurt. I think it hurt the views on some of my stadiums or videos. So, I mean, not that I'm, that worried about the amount of views, but still, I would like to start a little bit earlier so we wrap it up earlier. I think I'm going to do this. Go live to show all your stadiums just because the editing is what takes so long. Not even the process itself necessarily, but me getting myself to actually do it and having the time to do it. So I think if I skip the editing process and just show the stadiums live like this, then we can do 3 at a time. People can vote for their 3 favorite stadiums or their favorite out of your 3 and then pick that one to submit for the final contest. And then I'll do like I did last year, pick the names out of a hat, who goes up against who, and go from there. What do you think? Sound good? All right. Darrell, loved it, man. Your chaotic, congested, wonderfully congested concourses are so fun. It gives such life to the stadium. I look back at some of the older stadiums where you didn't have standing room fans, and they just looked so dull. All right, Fiserv. NNL Park 2. I think that's all I searched for last time. Again, this one I definitely did record. Someone re-uploaded it. I remember. There we go. Flashy canoes. Oh, I like how you kind of got it wrapped. It's almost... there we go. It looks like it's almost like wrapped around the target. That's fun. To hit it here in that concession stand looks fun. I'm surprised. Oh, this one they don't do it as much. What style is this again? Marquee. That's right. Old school scoreboard. The marquee. Yeah, very like 30s New York City. Oh shit! There's dinosaurs. This guy's got to be a fake one, right? He's not like a real. They don't have fossils for this dude. Is that an eggshell on his head? I think that looks like an eggshell. He looks more of a friendly dinosaur, though. This guy looks like he will fuck you up. That's a raptor, right? Yeah. Don't mess with no raptors. And then you got the bones. T-Rex sticking his head right through that barbed wire. He don't care. This guy looks like a half dinosaur, half ostrich. Ostriches are like my favorite animals. Whenever I go to the zoo, my wife always, any trip we go to, we have to go to the zoo for that city. I always get excited for the ostriches. I don't know what it is about ostriches. Nice little deck or concourse. I like using just the top of the scoreboard, right? Yep, for the signs. Fun. It's definitely a minor league park with the one deck and then like the little mini bleacher section up top. Each got their own. This is a nice look, clean look. I think this makes sense too, using the same one over and over again. I mean, because that's how most stadiums look, right? They have just, like a generic booth to host the concessions, and then every once in a while, like in Cleveland in right field, you see the special building for the barbecue. Then across the street, the Canoe Company. Stadium Center architecture firm. Cool architecture firm. This looks cool. This little like strip mall type thing. Awesome. Hey, I forgot about the Moonshot Casino. So there's a Moonshot Casino in Vegas and in Indianapolis, apparently. Nice, Pfizer. I love the theater building. I don't know what it is about that building, but I love it. Yeah, this is a phenomenal little city. Oh, man, you're going to be hitting balls across the street. 317 down the line. That's awesome how you made it below street level. I don't know what you want from me, man. It looks good to me. Skung! You don't need me to make that noise anymore. I know I wanted to make a second edition of my previous Negro League Park. I just come up with ideas and keep going as I build. Yeah, this is fantastic, Pfizer. I don't know what I can tell you about it. I mean, your memory's hurting, I'm guessing, because of the city. But, I mean, you don't even have that many buildings. Maybe if you can fill this in with a little bit more of something, I don't know. But other than that, it looks great. The dinosaurs are fun. Animatronic dinosaurs, I'm sure. Oh, I like how you like custom made this building in here. Really? The clock tower. Oh, this guy? Oh, it's got so many little pieces on it. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's got like 4 of these. Okay. Nice, dude. And look at all this detail. This is very Arch-esque right there. And you can't say that lightly, because that's a high standard. I hate these. In my current build, I get myself into this mess where it's like, oh, I only have to move one and I'll get rid of those creases. And then as soon as you move one, like it starts a chain reaction. Dude, so good. That's deep out there in left center. I remember pointing that out when I recorded it. 490. That's how I used to get to work. 590 to 490. I like the hill. What are you stealing? Broadcast booth, Pals of the Fans. Is that one of like the old school? Dude, it's fantastic. Did you make this one this year? Because if you did, this might be... This and Cyclone could be Stadium of the Year candidates easily. Fantastic. I don't know how you guys make these stadiums so clean. The outsides of my stadiums are always such a mess. You guys can't hear the fan, right? This little corner I put myself, because it's a green screen, I'm basically into like a kid's fort. Then I got 2 computer monitors and the TV and the PlayStation. It gets warm in here, no matter what time of year it is. So real quick, I'll show you the old version, and then I'll dive in and see if you guys can help me. Okay, good. Yeah, the clock tower's nice. It's so nice. I almost feel like you should move it to some place where you see it more often. Do you play games in your stadiums? I recorded it, Fiserv. So that's one. I mean, I think we've all seen it by now, between here and Sewell's. So I put it in there, but I made it pretty much obvious that we all know it and love it. But I showed it. It's in the mix and match version. So here is the version y'all saw in the premiere. I changed a lot. And I had it to the point where I was going to save it and re-record it and add it to the video I just recorded. And I submitted it to Sewell to show on his channel. And it was all gone. Just fucking deleted it all. I was never in love with this, so I just bulldozed all that to the ground. I originally cleaned this up a little bit more, although I think it looks pretty good like that. I'm not crazy about these, but I had to do something to hide that stupid green. So I think I took care of that better in the way I'm doing it now. I pulled all of this in quite a bit more to get it closer to the home run fence, just so you could see it. And I think I lowered this, and I lowered this. And I went with Schmitty's waterfall. Instead of using these, I went with just stacking the water. So I'll show you that. Left field, I didn't change much. Although I think I did pull this in a little bit. Like yours, Fiserv, I think I want to... I need something to beef this up a little bit. I need more depth to this. It needs to be more topographical instead of just flat. Topographical? Yeah, right? I thought about extending this too to maybe over here a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe this, if I extend this and this deck and then just have the waterfall up here. I'm trying to recreate that window I told you about. I ended up saving some memory by hiding this, but after seeing Sewell's Pete Rose Stadium, I like the idea of the window. So I was going to have a window like that where the waterfall, you see the waterfall through the window. I thought that was a cool concept. I don't know if I quite pulled it off. I deleted it because I needed to get memory, and then I never put anything back once I did have memory. Yes, it is getting better. Thank you. The Yankees haven't given me much to scream about the past week, so yes, it is getting better. Thank you. I have GERD, so apparently that shit bubbles up and messes with your vocal cords. So if I cough a lot, laugh too hard, yell a lot, depending on the impression I do, it can really mess with my voice for a while because that stuff bubbles up and it messes with your stuff. So this is a fit. I consider this a finished product, but there was stuff about it I didn't like. I think this is a little too messy. So I went in and changed some of this. I've got like 18 of these hotel buildings in here from Baltimore that you can see in left center field of the Camden Yards. So, and then I got this guy in here to hide it and make it look more like windows, and I don't know, it's just too messy, too sloppy. And I got multiple layers of these to have more shelves balconies. So I was originally going to do luxury suites. So, but yeah, I call this a finished product, but I'm not 100% crazy about it. So I'll show you what I started and see if you guys can help me. With unlimited memory, oh my god! You know what's crazy? Hold on, let me show. This is another one I fixed up. I couldn't believe how this one looks and how little memory I used on it. This is ACOM. This originally had anomalies over here. This was normally the home run or the Comiskey anomaly. So I just changed that to the home run deck. And these obviously don't show up. I never delete these. This I just left as a blank space. Who cares? I mean, you can't get anything closer than this is right here. But this, look at this. This is only 75%. And I think this looks like pretty full. I changed this because I figured it was in Dallas and it was the Dallas Butchers because of their barbecue. So I put all the Texas barbecue up here and then the Texas sandwiches under here. And this was all anomalies. Is it Angels? The Angels Hill? Or is it the Cola? I don't remember which one I used. But usually you see something like this in center field, but I thought this would be fun to have bleachers here and then the hill here, and these guys could fight over the ball in center field. My wife and I used to get such a kick out of watching people hit home runs onto those hills in either St. Louis or Texas and watch them fight over the balls. It was fun. So yeah, this one's only 75%. I couldn't believe that it was that low with how full it looks with all the laser ribbon and luxury suites. And I used the poles here to cover those wooden ones, but I can never close a stadium off very well. So the outside, this building I use all the time just because it's got that big, long, plain wall that I can use to shut the stadium off. So that's definitely something I need working on when it comes to my outfields. Behind the thing, I'm happy enough with just how the bleachers, or the stands look. But the corners and around the home run fences, that's something that I need to work on. I added the smokehouse over here in the corner. I don't remember what was over there before. I think another one of these buildings. But I like the little pool, even though it's in foul territory. But I really like how this turned out. Because the original idea for this was I always wanted a stadium where there was a hill down, a walkway right here, and then a hill back up. So I used... Not that one. Was it this one? I think it was this one. The Angel Hill. And it was anomalies, and it was all the way across, and then I had the sidewalk, and then I had more up top. And I guess I always envisioned it on a higher wall with more of an open right field instead of closed off by seats. And I stole this idea from who? Bo Tiger, I think I saw do this. It kind of acts as a foul line along the home run wall. Hey, Schmitty. Oh, I'm glad you're here. I borrowed your idea, buddy. Schmitty, I was just about to go into the new fountain, but you guys were talking about memory, so I had to go in here real quick. And I keep meaning to show this one because I did fix the anomalies over here, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I think it looks pretty good. I always liked hitting balls on roofs. And I think this acts as a good roof, the solar panels. And I added a couple layers of standing room only right there. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, you borrowed that idea? Well, I borrowed it from you because of Niagara Falls. With the fountain, I wanted to try it because I thought it looked good. And it makes things a lot simpler because I don't have to hide all the stupid green from the other fountains. Thank you. Monsters Park, I have a huge solar panel that I did to be kind of parallel, almost parallel to one of the Batters Hills. And I liked how that turned out too. So this is the new version of Fountains Field. I think it looks a little bit more realistic, especially right field. Yeah, I think this is turning out nicely. Maybe if I can get this over a little bit more to hide that little bit. See, I always use this freaking building. And there it is. I brought everything in. And I think it does look like a waterfall. So I added this second little tiny area. I used the steps for a smaller deck that goes out into the middle of the waterfalls. I haven't made up my mind on this. The stupid fences are so big or so weird shaped or so weird sized that it's hard to make that look good. So I might have to tinker with the fencing. But I decided to raise this home run fence so the spectators, the home run fence itself acted as the barrier. And then that meant I had to add more windows because the windows weren't tall enough. So I went that way with it to make it look, closer to squares, even though they're obviously not squares. So I have to fix center field. I turned the one building into another. This is going to host the scoreboard. And like I said, I already had that all done, but I accidentally freaking deleted it. So I was going to have this be just another deck with my favorite Cleveland Guardians scoreboard. I've become obsessed with having a scoreboard in center field. I need a scoreboard in the batter's eye so I can see my guys' batting average and stuff like that, how they're doing for the day. So I'll need to put something here. I got 82% memory left. This was like 3 or 4 bricks high. This all has to come down now. I got to rebuild the sidewalk from the fountain because this is the main idea. Like Murph, I recorded one of your or did I show it? Maybe I showed yours. With the fountain in center field, I wanted the same kind of concept, but like wider. And then the water came right into the park like that one. But I like how this turned out too. I like the stairs better without the stops. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And I think I used the old. It's not my favorite thing to do anymore, but just because the curve part drives me nuts. See, this is all edited out when I record instead of going live. But to save memory with those stupid posts, I think I did this guy all the way around. And I think it works because most of the stadium's gray. So one... Yeah, you say trial and error, but seems like you knock out so many stadiums at once. I play like 30 games in a stadium and then realize, oh, that looks like shit. And then have to go back and fix it. So yeah, that's kind of where I was going from here. And then I got to pick a building or something to close this off. And I can get rid of all this. I can get rid of you random two people standing out in the middle of the fountain. I can just do this. All right. I love the snap tool. The snap tool is fantastic. It just drives me crazy when it doesn't work. That was the one you just showed. Snap tool, I think I learned from Sewell. Saves me so much time as I'm building on it. Yeah, it's fantastic, but I'm finding a lot of problems with like end caps lately. Sometimes I think it's because this is highlighted or this is grouped and this thing isn't, but sometimes when you go in there, it just doesn't work. It's beyond frustrating because it takes so much time to line everything up when they don't work. And sometimes they do it where they act like magnets and they push each other apart when you put two magnets together. So frustrating. But yeah, I like how this. I think I like right fielder much better on this than the one I showed in the last video. See, all this freaking time you got to spend lining it up to kill that crease. Shit, it's 7 o'clock. All right, does anybody got a stadium they want showed real quick? I'll show them real quick. I'm not going to get into building because I got to feed my dog and I got to feed my wife. I got to have dinner ready for her when she comes home. I'll add people here. Yeah, I think this building tucks in nicely over here. Should I put an upper deck on top of this? This is another thing that saves me a lot of time. I love having this. I don't know. I feel like all my stadiums end up doing this. Maybe we should just find something else to put up there. What do you think? Upper deck, yay or nay? I'm leaning nay. Maybe just 2 or something like that. Yeah, Schmitty, that's how I like to do it. A lot of times I'll put something there and build off that prop, whether it's a balcony or luxury suites or, whatever. But someone asked Pfizer if he had a concept in mind. This was the concept I had in mind when I started the stadium. This building hosting a deck. And then everything just blossomed from there. This stadium has so much inspiration from it. Schmitty with the waterfalls and Sewell with the window and I mean, a lot of you guys, but especially Murph, with these shelved seating sections, and then someone had the treehouse, another one, and that gave me a fun idea to kind of turn them into luxury suites. Do people fit in there? Yeah, I guess people could actually fit in there. So it's kind of a funky luxury suite. And then I got the seats on top and here, and I don't know. I just feel like I need like bleachers or something, or more fountains or something over here. It's just this area and this area is too plain. So that's where the infinite memory would be really helpful. I got to put something up here to stop the canoes. I'm not sure canoes could prevent themselves from falling down this part of the waterfall. But I'm really happy how most of the waterfall turned out. I'm glad I saw your fall's view, because I never knew that could look so good. Like actual water falling. It helps hide all the stupid green and... So what do you think? Real quick, anybody? Yay or nay on the upper deck? I don't know. It's kind of growing on me. Brick Palace 2.1. Okay, I'll look at that one. Real quick, though. Yay or nay? You like the upper deck? There's one for upper deck. Yeah, I think I pretty much got this to a point where I just need to finish center field and move this down and in, and then I'm good. I spent a lot of time on this last night during the embarrassing baseball game last night that the Yankees did. All right, I'll leave it there for now. I'll go over to brick one, and then I think I'll call it a video if no one else has one, just because I got to get dinner going. Maybe I'll get on again tomorrow because I don't have anything going on. I like going on better when my wife's not home. Whoops, I want to save the changes. I'm excited about the new one I'm working on, too. It's a little funky, but I think it's got some cool ideas. Very tight, very compact. Again, a lot of inspiration from other people. Fountains Field. Concourse. You think I should go concourse on the roof? Maybe are there? I know there's the brown one. It almost looks like a ticket booth in like a zoo or something. You know what I'm talking about? The brown one that kind of, it's a square and then the roof on top. Maybe I could put those down there. But here's the new one. Oh, did you see it? Oh, did you see it? Oh. Okay. Brick Palace 2.1. That's another thing I need to do is I need to make a brick one. The only brick stadiums I've ever made were for Mark. I think that Gorilla Field, I really like that one that I made for him. The first two. I have a park called Kings Park or Kings Ballpark. All right, I can take a look at that real quick. Well, that's... Oh, wow. Let me get my dog started while this is loading. Charlie, come here, buddy. You gotta have dinner. Daddy is late. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry, my little guy. Here you go now. back in my green screen fort. All right, is this the right one, Schmitty? This screams Schmitty right here. Is that waterfall in the back? Oh no, it's just okay. It's shadows. I love this. I've used this concept myself, hiding the base of this scoreboard. Love that. This looks fantastic. Again, this is just me. I'm not a big fan of the space between the home run fence and the seats. That's just me. I feel like if you pull some of this stuff closer, then you can hit some of these targets in home run. Oh, you got the singers in the... Nice. Love it. But yeah, if you know, if you can pull some of this stuff closer, then maybe you can reach some of that stuff. Oh, there's the fountains and a canoe. We have canoes. Yeah, 69% memory. You got plenty of memory to play with still. Oh, that looks good too. Blending that into the brick. Nice. I'm seeing this more and more too. Great idea. And there's the wedge on top of some concessions. Okay. This is a cool concept. You're still getting a lot of seats behind home plate, but you also have a nice big area where you can be outside, you know, and still feel like part of the game, part of the crowd while you're in line getting food. That's my least favorite thing about going to a baseball game is you miss at least an inning and a half in line trying to get food. That's way too expensive. All of this architecture for the base of the building is fantastic. The slab on top. Yeah, definitely cool concept. Imaginary wife will be home soon. Yeah, I mean, like I said, my only thing is the space between seats and the wall. Everything else looks really cool. And then you still got a lot of your stadiums are open, Schmitty. So I think filling in some of that stuff is my only tip for you. You always have such cool like this rounded, you know, these rounded stairs, and then it goes up, you know, differently here, and then this round concourse on top of the flat one. You always have such cool layers to your stadiums. Maybe filling them in a little bit is the only thing I would suggest, and pulling the seats in. Yeah, you can get them right up to the home run wall. And again, that's just a me thing. But there's something about having all this stuff spaced out surrounding the stadium that just looks really cool to me. So I like that a lot. Yeah, get that one finished and send it my way. Oh, what are these steps? Oh, okay. Is this create an entrance? Okay. Yep. Yeah, you still got a lot of memory to play with. Yeah, a lot of it depends on the home run fences. If you put too many quirks, that's what I always say. I love quirky home run fences, but mine are never all that quirky just because I can't stand the dead space. So I always end up having pretty boring home run fence dimensions. But yeah, if you get them up here and twist them a little bit, and then, you know, knock out. And then this is all about There's one that's specifically built to be behind the dugout. The one right next to the big, right? This one is meant to be behind the dugout because it's shorter. Right? And it lines up with the walkway. And then the rest of these. Oh, this is the same one. What, buddy? You want more, don't you? I know. I'm coming. Is it this one? Must be this one. Yeah, and then this one takes you all the way to that fence and lines up better. And obviously, you mess with it more than I am right now. I'm just doing it quickly. But that way you can have everything sucked up. And then going around the corners, I tend to overlap a little bit to help keep them close. Because that's one thing I love about the stands is that if you overlap, it doesn't look ridiculous in the game. When you're actually playing or doing a home run derby, if you overlap them just a smidge, I think it works out good. And then you can get tighter around those corners. So I'm sorry I desecrated your stadium, Schmitty, but I was just trying to show you. Just that's what I would do. I think it helps clean up the stadium a little bit. But see, yeah, that one takes you right up to the dugout. Now, a lot of times it's not necessarily being too close as much as it is the angle that the stands are at. Sometimes you just got to play with the angle, and then you can suck them right up to the home run fence. And then another thing I like to do when I'm close to the fence like this is I don't like to see the whole person. So I end up raising these walls a little bit. But again, that kind of stuff is just all preference. But, all right, let me back out of here. We'll check out Fiserv's. I'll give the dog food number 2. So yeah, Schmitty, I definitely like the main concept of that build. It looks really cool. What am I looking for? I'm looking for recent uploads. For those of you who were coming in late, I think Sewell said he's going to try to get on after the Yankee game tonight. I'm not even going to watch the Yankee game. I'm not going to watch until it gets to Extreme Field. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Tucker Field at that one looks good too. That looks like a Murph Stadium. Tell me that don't look like a Murph Stadium. See, I think we're finding more good stadiums in the vault if you just browse through a couple pages. This one, LaRocco made in 2023. And this is a real stadium. I think that's a real minor league stadium. Another dinosaur one. Da Ballpark. Hey, there's Brick Palace 2.1 right there. All right. What's it called, Fiserv? Kings Park. Can I look up by your thing? I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of Kings. Yeah, I think I'm going to watch the Penguin tonight. If the Yankees get to a game 6, maybe I'll watch 6. But I'm not watching tonight. I'm not watching game 5. If they win 2 in a row, maybe I'll watch game 6 and hope for a game 7. Hey, there we go. Okay. Oh, I remember showing this one. Hit It Here Cafe Field. Did I show that one? Charlie, are you done already? Oh, there's Cisco. Did I show this one? I have a computer rendering of this stadium. It was for a new Oakland stadium, right? Is this thing working? Or are you guys just not chatting right now? It's okay if you're not, obviously. Okay, and Hit It Here Cafe. Okay, good. Charlie, do you got to go potty? All right, I'll let him out while this is uploaded. There it is, Kings Ballpark. While that's uploading, I'll let the dog out. Daddy's trying to do some screaming here, buddy. My old guy's diabetic. So he's supposed to eat 12 hours apart, and he lost a lot of weight before we knew what was going on with him. Oh, that looks great. What is this giving me the vibe of? Oh, man. Something. I like it. I know that. I like the fountain built into the hill. Oh, this is the restaurant. Okay. Nice. And the water. Nice concourse back here above the fountain. Oh, there's a little thing all the way around. Okay. Okay, and then this. So you're using these as windows? I've definitely used those as windows before. They look like windows. What can we say? And then you built around the thing in here. Nice. I like this added balcony up on this building. Hilton. Oh, wow, you're at 100%? Oh, okay, faced it off. The couple buildings blended in together, going all the way around. Adding the awning, too, okay. Do you play in all your stadiums, Fiserv? Yeah, I like the fountain structure. That's cool. Cool concept. And you got the stage and the wiffle ball field deck. Always fun. Is this from a real stadium? Like, I know the other one's from Philly. But I don't is this from one? Okay, this is something that could save you a lot of memory. Do you realize you have these in here? These late. Oh, you want it for this part. Okay. I didn't know it dipped down like that. My bad. You said you made this one a while ago. Was this before the steps? You could add the steps. That might save in memory. You'd be surprised at how expensive some of these concourse pieces can be. Because, like, I'll have, like, a little walkway. And I need it to be smaller than that. So I'll do one of these. And put them next to each other to make a more narrow or skinny, concourse piece. And when I change my mind and delete it, you'd be surprised at how much memory you get back. I like the trees going all the way around and the fence. These things take a lot of memory too. I like putting the trees for ivy in the wall. That's fun. These guys can be expensive too. I like it. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Yeah, again, I would just say if there's something you could do to fill this space in. I mean, I can see you're pretty pinched on your memory, but it's definitely a cool concept. The weird shaped concourse out here is fun. Yeah. I dig it. The field prop. The wiffle ball field, you think, from the White Sox? Okay. I'm with you, Schmitty. Most of my if you can see it outside of the stadium, like behind center field, then I'm all about decorating that. But for me, and I see why you guys do it. If you just showcase your stadiums, I can see why you'd want to spend the time and doll this up, like Texas Ags and Arch, and obviously you, Pfizer, with this one, and either Scotty Warren or Sluggish Moth. I think more Scotty Warren, maybe. Take the time and the memory to doll this up and pretty it up. I definitely see that, but for what I use these stadiums for, I'd rather spend the memory inside. But again, for showcasing, yeah, it looks great. And like Texas Ags always does these great little villages back here, or like a concourse or patio or something that looks so good. Same thing with Arch and Sam and Dan a little bit. But yeah, such good stuff. It's so fun. This community together. How we've all kind of got to know each other's styles. That's why I think it's fun playing the whodunit game. Seeing if we can tell. I think the mix and match is going to be a real test, although I think some of them are obvious, and I think one or two of them have been seen on either Sewell's channel earlier or my channel or something. Like I said, Cyclone Field's in there, and we've all seen that, and we know and love it. But yeah. Anyone else, real quick? Last one, if anyone else has one. If not, I think I'm going to call it a day because I got to cook dinner for the wife and give my dog his insulin shot. 13 years old. It's crazy. I can't believe I've had that guy for 13 years. Well, I've had him for 12 and a half. He was about 6 months old when we got him. But he's supposed to eat at 12 hours apart, and I got to give him an insulin shot after he eats twice a day. He's an awful pain in the wallet. He's only got one eye. Charlie, come here, buddy. There's my good boy. Come here. Show everybody how cute you are. My old man. Here's my old man. He had his eyeball taken out because he had glaucoma and the pressure built up. Are you my old buddy? I'm such a good boy. Oh, look at there you are on TV. Look, you're on TV. He's such a cuddle bug. He's got so much personality, but okay. I'm babbling. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for ideas and suggestions, and thanks for sitting through 2 of my stadiums. Thanks for sharing yours. I think I'm going to get on again tomorrow. This was fun. I might have RDL games to play. I might work on Fountains Field more, and of course I'll always show your guys' fields if you are on and want something shown. Don't forget to Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to maybe check out the Studio 44 store. I'm trying to... I'm not going to do it. Oh, and just saying, no one reminded me to tell my story today, so I'm not going to tell it today. Maybe I'll tell it tomorrow if someone reminds me. Epic New York City story before a Yankee game. It involves a tour of Yankee Stadium that my wife and I took. And then we had to kill a couple hours in the Bronx. So there's not much to do in the Bronx, at least around Yankee Stadium. We went and found a deli and had lunch, and then we came back for the game. But before I had to go to the game, something happened across the street from Yankee Stadium that is epic. Oh, boy. It happened in 2013, so wow, 11 years ago. All right. Well, my wife's calling me on the phone to find out what's for dinner, so I'm going to sign off. Check out, be on the lookout for Sewell if you're still in the mood for Stadium Creator stuff. He said he's going to get on after the Yankee game, and I'll be on around 3, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Thanks, guys. We'll see ya.